Starting the game, starting from a pre-made campaign. So we'll go to our little settings bar here and we will load campaign. This will show us the campaigns. So these campaigns, we have a couple campaigns that are built directly into the game. And then you can also go to the Steam Workshop and you can download campaigns and they will show up here. Additionally, any campaigns that you make and are in your campaigns folder will also show up here alongside these local ones. So currently, I have 2 campaigns in here. By the time you access this, there will be more. But to start with the campaign, hover over it, see which one we want. Let's start with the Banner Lords. So you'll hit load, and it will load into the campaign. First thing you notice is the background changes. This is because of that swap background option is on. And we already have a bit in here starting the campaign. So the first thing you need to do when starting from a pre-made campaign, and really the only thing you need to do, is to make a character and assign that character. I'll show you real quick how to do that. So you have 2 options. You can go here, the characters, and you can create new. Just realized because it's filtering. So new character. So these are all characters already in the campaign. But new character, you can, select the photo, generate one, which you'd want to generate it after you fill out all these. But you can fill out all this and be like, Jack the Smith, alias, a nickname or title. In this case, we'd want to do company commander. You can change your alignment. This doesn't really change much if you're a player character. I think it's more so if affects NPCs. So important ones, health, I generally leave 20. Is NPC, you'll want to turn that off if it's a player character. And then current location will be, you want to set it to the current location, which is here. It's the unnamed camp. You can know what's your current location by going here and going to current location. That shows you where you currently are. Background history is, who is your character? Are they a bounty hunter? What did they do in their past? Anything like that. Body appearance is not what they're wearing, but how their body looks. They got pale skin and white hair and scars on their face and blue eyes. You'd put that all here. Inventory, this is where you can make items. You can set currency, etc. Stats, same thing. History, and you can vote when they were born, whatever. However, there's a much easier way to do this, and that is with the content generate menu. So, when I do the creating and assigning a character, I'll just do that now. Creating and assigning a character, we'll do Jack the Smith. And I don't really feel like filling all this out, but let's say he was a apprentice to a smith in his hometown, and he recently the blacksmithy for the company. Body appearance, thick, broad shoulders, brawny. We're not going to put too much into it. So we're not going to check is NPC because this is going to be our player character. And we're going to check in party. Now, if you don't check this, you can always set them to be in the party. Items, you don't have to put in anything, but you can. You'll right click, insert new, and then you just put the name of the item here. So, we'll put. And also, if you want to put out an appearance, like type of clothing or armor, so I put studded leather armor. We'll do that. Or you can put in, noble's garments, weapons, tools, anything really. And then you just hit generate. So, because I have the generate notifications off for characters and in general, it's not going to show up here. However, once he is done, it should add him to the party. So we'll wait a minute. Oh, there he is, Jack the Smith. It will automatically generate an image for him. that notification is available, however. But looking at his character info, so put him as true neutral because we didn't really select anything. Here is the image it made for him, and as you can see, you can just drag it out. Got my character right here. Background history, you see it took what I put in there and it wrote its own description about it. Kind of makes it a little bit nicer. So you don't have to be perfect when you put in a background history, you just got to put in the details you want. And same thing with the body appearance, brawny, broad shoulders, brawny in general. And it sets all that. And here, if I wanted to remove him from the party, I can do that, and I can add him back to the party. Then going to settings, we're going to go to the Players tab. So regardless if you're in single player or you are in multiplayer, you will use this tab. The reason being is, go here, click on your name, and this will be a scrollable list if there's more players, like here. You can scroll through it. This is for all players regardless if they're connected to your game or not, and it will also be for permissions. We'll go over that in the multiplayer section, but here you'll click on you, assign character, and we'll look for our character, Jack the Smith. Here, that's the other one we made, but we're going for this one. And now, when I type in the chat, it will type as Jack the Smith. And also, the item linking, you can see here, it's highlighted Jack the Smith. But from here, so you see it says join the party, blah, blah, blah. We can right click this first one, and we can hit purge later messages, and every message after the first one will be removed. And if you notice there's a little bug. That's something I'll probably have to fix soon, but I just resized it and it brought it back to where it's supposed to be. And now we can just play straight off of this.